Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Manning Field for Game 2 here, second day, actually third day, of the Lynn City Series soccer tournament. First game is in the books. Lynn English girls won big over Lynn Tech. Melissa Zayas getting 4 goals for English. They won 5-0. Now, the second of the Consolation games, St. Mary's in the blue and gold, Classical in the white. Classical boys got a win. They're looking for 2 in a row. They lost in the tournament, but then they got a game, I believe, against Chelsea. Isaiah Diaz in net for Classical. Jacob Garino, the young sophomore, in net for St. Mary's. St. Mary's got a few seniors, but they got a lot of young kids. Nice pass ahead. Dumping it ahead again. It gets broken up by Dylan Maroney. Nice defensive play by Maroney. Yeah, we got St. Mary's knocking Classical down. That was Maroney. Ryan, it looked like Ryan Dahl, but it won't be Ryan Dahl. Classical will get the kick. Couldn't get a piece of it. St. Mary's coming back the other way. Knocking it deep down the far side. And it got blocked nicely by Classical. St. Mary's gets it back. Classical knocks it away again. Maroney's going to give it all the way back to Garino. And you better hurry up and go. He was holding back and hustling down was Brian Giovanni Rivas Lazo. Broken up. Kaya Jackson knocking that loose. And St. Mary's going to get a free kick. And LeBrun with the kick. Classical knocks it way up in the air. All the way down. And they'll head it. Maroney heads it to Garino so we can kick it away. Boots it deep, past midfield. Skips loose. St. Mary's looking for a break. They couldn't control it. Out in front, wide open. They missed the net. They slid it across. Ryan Freya started it. They made the nice pass. They looked like they were right out in front for a point-blank shot. They tried to slip it across, and they missed on the connection, and it rolled right past the far post. And that bounced up and got Maroney on the hand. Mike D'Agostino, the coach of St. Mary's, must have just rolled his eyes on that one. He was down in. Two or three people had a chance to put it on net. When they finally got a foot on it, they pushed it just wide. Eric Moreno was the head coach for Classical. We just mentioned Mike D'Agostino. And the defense of Classical breaks it up. St. Mary's will get the throw in. They lobbed that pass and it got taken away by Sullivan. Now Classical, looks like it went out, but they said they kept it in. Locked out. Sullivan will take the quick throw in. Got headed out by Halimi. Sullivan again with the throw in. And Halimi blew that 8 miles up in the air. Loose. It was a foot race. The race got won by Cornell. They get it across. They couldn't get a head on it. Looked like Classical was offside. Ema young freshman, was over there. And they threw the ball across. Rivas Lazo with the pass. And he went down, but he's favoring that left ankle. Trying to run it off. He's going to go to the sideline. Really favoring that left ankle. St. Mary's will make a substitution as well. Knocked out by St. Mary's. Glasgow with the throw-in. Coach Moreno from Glasgow lost the family affair in the game against Lynn Tech. His father was the coach of Tech. And the two of them have been in the finals very often. First time they didn't because they played each other in the opening round. Heads upfield by St. Mary's, headed back by Glasgow. Pushing and shoving as it gets knocked out. They call it on Glasgow. Sullivan again with the quick throw in. Knocked deep and out of play. That'll be Maroney put it in play. Garcia trying to let it go. It goes out of play. LeBron kicks it away. That looked like it went off the hand, but they didn't catch it. St. Mary's picks off the pass. Back to Maroney. Trying to go deep. Glasgow breaks it up. Yeah, nice little shift. They get it back upfield. We got St. Mary's hanging on to Glasgow. And Glasgow will get the free kick again. That would be Dahl taking it. Actually, St. Mary's got a head on it and tipped it back toward their own net. Cleared away. Broken up. Sullivan with it. Knocked away. Hey, knock it ahead. St. Mary's will let it go out of play. So a little feeling out here, and nobody's really getting close to getting a shot on net. St. Mary's making a substitution. Glasgow heads it away. Glasgow heads it away again. Cornell will put it in play. Couple of heads. St. Mary's got knocked down as they get the head on it. Pops straight up in the air. It goes out. Cornell will put it in play again. Freer trying to squeeze through a couple of defenders. Lost it. Slipped. Went down. And now Glasgow knocks it out again. Freer again gives a little bump, winds up on the grass or the turf. And knocked out by Glasgow. Sullivan again with a quick throw in. Popped up. They got a head on it. Trying to throw it out in front. It skipped right by the St. Mary's would-be receiver. Glasgow hustling back. Cornell breaks up the play. That was taken away nicely by Sarmento. And now Garino comes out, picks up the loose ball, and throws it upfield. Glasgow will let it go out. St. Mary's with the throw in. Loose out in front. Garino got there first. They made a nice little touch pass. looking to send Classical in, and just before Classical could get there, Cheerin Morales was going to the net, and Garino just got out a millimeter before it, grabbed it, and Morales couldn't get the shot off. Nice pass, nice give and go. Garino got there first and broke it up. Haskell coming back. Sullivan back checking, not Morales down. They're letting him play a little bit. Off a foot, they knock it out. Right. They double up, and they finally take Sarmiento down, lose the ball, and they call St. Mary's offside with the long pass. Body's going down all over the place. Now it gets knocked into the Classical bench area by Classical. Picked off nicely, stepped right in front of that pass. He was looking for a return pass going upfield. They didn't give it back. It was Connor Hamill who made that nice play. Ryan Freer looking to get it. Winds up going out, and they call it off Classical. So Freer will put it in play. Won't be Freer. Classical kind of shanked and sent it out in front, but now they clear it away. LeBron broke it up. Maroney breaks it up and gets it upfield. Freya tips it ahead. Down deep for St. Mary's. Freya gets it back. Couple of nice shifts. Looking to get the shot on net. He does. Diaz makes the diving save. Good hard shot. Put it right on net, Ryan Freya. That's the first shot on net by anybody. Diaz got a good look at that long shot. Able to make the save. Glasgow trying to come back. Glasgow after this will be making their first full run in the Greater Boston League. They got to play a few games in the abbreviated season that we just got through. That wacky abbreviated season. So they got to play some of the Greater Boston League teams. They played some of them in non-league games earlier, years past. Now they'll play a full schedule of Greater Boston League, having left the Northeastern Conference, English Classical, and Revere as well. Revere was in the Greater Boston League, left, came to the Northeastern Conference, and now they've left and gone back to the GBL, which is looking to become one of the strongest leagues around, with Chelsea coming into that league as well. Glasgow will make a substitution. Cornell just kept it in. Trying to punch it ahead. Got blocked. Down deep, Morales. It got knocked away by LeBrun. And they're calling it off classical. LeBrun will kick it away. Halfway through and counting this first half, no score. Consolation round of the Lynn City series. The ball hit somebody in the hand or the arm. LeBrun will get a free kick for St. Mary's. A little bit of a crowd here for this one early on a Saturday morning. Long pass, loose. Diaz does a nice job coming out and whacking it away. Looked like Hamill was going to walk in with that long pass from Brunn with the free kick. And Diaz got there first and knocked it away. Good job by the classical goalkeeper. Classical trying to clear it. Knocks it out of play. Maroney will put it in play. They call it off St. Mary's. They get it by Maroney, but there's Cornell there to break it up. They send it to the near side. Hustling and keeping it in is Weber. Down deep, and they couldn't get there before it went out of play. Diaz boots it away. Everybody trying to get possession. Hospital picks off the pass. They're going to call contact against St. Mary's. They were trying to get the ball, and they got more possession of the player than they did the ball, pushing and grabbing. Classical gets another free kick from inside the 40. They get it to the net. It takes a big bounce. Carino's able to play it on a bounce. They put it right where they wanted it. But they couldn't get a white shirt to get a piece of it. Carino was able to get a good look, play it on a hop, and kick it away. And now Classical heads it into the St. Mary's bench area. Knocked out again by Classical. Throw-in comes from down deep. And booted away nicely by Classical. And it will go out. Coach D'Agostino making the stop on the ball going out of play. St. Mary's puts it right back in play. Bounces loose. Clausel's defense doing the job, keeping it away from the net. Body's going down. Clausel stepping over St. Mary's. St. Mary's will get the free kick. As we say that, just about 15 minutes left in this first half. The free kick, they line it off a foot. St. Mary's gets a piece of it. Diaz slides and makes the save. It might have gone in. It might have hit the side of the net, but Diaz made sure. LeBrun with that line drive. It deflected. St. Mary's had a shot. Diaz made sure it didn't go in. St. Mary's has had the better chances. They haven't had many. Glasgow hasn't had any shots on net. The one save that Carino had to make, it was a free kick that was from the outside the 30-yard line, 35-yard line, and one big hop to the goaltender. He had made an easy save. Wow. Marcus Weber, the young sophomore, he looked like a blocking back. He was just throwing little hip checks. He wasn't looking for the ball. He was trying to knock people down. Glasgow will get a free kick. Elzin Halimi will take it. Out in front, headed away by St. Mary's. Glasgow was trying to clear it. They actually knocked it back the other way. Now they knock it straight up in the air. Off of St. Mary's head. Glasgow knocking it deep. LeBrun gets a head on it. Knocks it away. Glasgow picks it up. LeBrun again. And he clears it back upfield. Good defense by LeBrun. Bodies go down. Again, they're letting them play. Cornell stepped right in front of that pass. He read that nicely. Halimi sliding, knocks it away. It's going to go past everything. And LeBrun will get to kick it away. Knocked away by Rigoberto Gomez. We have two of those. We have Jose Gomez. He blew the whistle. They pushed it upfield. Glasgow, looking again, I think St. Mary's pushed off a little bit. Looked like they were going to have a break, but they did it by pushing off. Glasgow will get the free kick. They're not going to get it to the net from here. They pop it. Be wide. Cornell knocked it out. Glasgow will get a corner kick. I think it's the first corner kick of the day. This is the boys' version of the consolation round of the Lynn City Soccer Tournament. Back in action after 2 years. St. Mary's trying to control. They finally do. And the bodies go down, the ball goes out of play. St. Mary's with the quick throw in. St. Mary's keeps it alive. Frere pops it up, trying to get it out in front. Hit it too far, it's going to go all the way across field and out of play. And now we're good. I think Classical's going to call a timeout. Oh, just about 10 minutes left in this one. No score. St. Mary's uses a timeout. Classical will do the same. In this boys' consolation round, St. Mary's nothing, Classical nothing, with just about 10 minutes left in the first half. Throw in by Classical. Cornell trying to keep it alive. Classical breaks it up. And bring it back upfield. Alimi bangs it off Cornell. Hustling, can't keep it in, it goes out of play. They drill it deep. Oscar trying to get control, couldn't do it, it bounced too high. They had a shot of getting a shot. Now Maroney takes down Ashkuplu. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Fazil Ashkuplu. The free kick will come a lot closer now from the 20-yard line. They can certainly get to the net from here. He gets blocked out in front. They drilled it, but they knocked it right into Connor Hamill. Now the corner kick coming from Classical. St. Mary's hasn't had one of these yet. Coming from the near side. They drill it out in front. There goes Maroney, he got a head on it and knocked it away. And he just cleared it away as Classical was lining up a shot. Now Classical keeps it alive. Garino came way out of the net. They blew the whistle and Classical was offside. LeBron boots it to the Classical side. And trying to knock it upfield. St. Mary's, great hustle. They couldn't hustle twice. They hustled and kept the ball in, and they couldn't get it to it the second time. It went out of play when they pushed it ahead. Out off Classical. Weber puts it in play. Frere with a little shift. His pass is picked off. Ooh, pushing and shoving. But LeBron got away with it. as he broke up Rivas Lazo. Cornell ahead. And Cornell lets it go out. He's only a sophomore. Oh, they got a few young kids sitting here. They got a few seniors. As two name players from before, last time they played a full season. Of course, Richard LeBrun and Brian Freya. I'm going to whistle for St. Mary's again, running into people. Haskell get to kick it away. Still no score. We only had really one shot on net. And that was St. Mary's. Haskell hasn't come close. The Garino, they got a long free kick, took a high hop and bounced into the lap of Garino. And that's been it. He made the easy save. Knocked out by Glasgow. Out of play. LeBron will get to use that left foot again. We're in the final 5 minutes of this first half. No score. St. Mary's in Glasgow. Consolation round. Bodies go down. St. Mary's takes it away, and then we got a whistle. They're going to give. That's why I don't understand this game. They're going to give St. Mary's a free kick, and it was Glasgow that wound up on the turf. LeBron will kick it away. It goes deep. St. Mary's collects, looking to walk in. He just took it away. Mary's has to get back on side. Long lead pass. They were trying to send Miller in. And it was Sarmento who knocked it away. It was Miller before who beat the defense and walked in just as he was getting to the middle of the field and looked he might get a shot off. He lost it off his foot and the play got broken up. Then when he looked like he might collect that pass and maybe walk in, Sarmento got there first and knocked it away. And now Miller gets knocked down. St. Mary's to get a free kick. In close, but a tough angle. Everybody milling around, coming from the far side. And they drilled it. Diaz got a piece of it and knocked it out of play. And I believe that's Hamill with the kick. Now Hamill, this will be the first corner kick for Classical as we're in the final 2 minutes at County of this first half. Coming from the far side. So under 2 minutes left, Classical gets their first corner kick. And he boots this one out of sight. Never got anywhere near the net. He just boots it away. It went off the head of Jackson. Jackson now gets it to the near side. And it really went down. Samir's turned around. He grabbed his ankle saying, he hit me. Halimi went down. And I think St. Mary's knew he was not going to get that call. Because as soon as Halimi went down, Prado turned and looked and said, he got me on the ankle. And he said, I don't think so. They missed the header. Bouncing loose, still loose. Everybody trying to get a piece, everybody looking at a little bite. And Mary's finally clears it away. Oscar with the quick throw in. And we blow the whistle, that's going to do it for the half. So St. Mary's had one good shot that Diaz made a save on. Oscar had one shot from inside the 40-yard line. It just took a big hop to the goaltender, and that was it. Otherwise, it was just between the 30s or the 40s, and nobody really getting anything done offensively. So in this Consolation boys round game of the City Series, 0-0, St. Mary's and Classical at halftime. To start the second half, both teams trying to get something going offensively. One long shot by Classical. It just bounced to the goaltender. And one hard shot by Ryan Freer, and then another shot in close that was possibly either going in or off the side of the net. Diaz grabbed both of those, and that's been it as far as offense is concerned. Popped up. Maroney missed the header, trying to track it down. It goes out of play. He went up to try and get a header and missed it and rolled by him. Classical will get the throw in. D'Agostino, the coach of St. Mary's, and Eric Moreno, the coach of Lynn Classical, talking to the troops at halftime, trying to get something going offensively. St. Mary's trying to get in the win column. Classical trying to make it 2 in a row. Classical got a head on it, but popped it wide left off that corner kick. It was mental with that header. St. Mary's looking for a break. Miller down the far side, trying to get around. Gets around It gets taken down. They let it go. He went around the defense. Looked like he beat him. Looked like he was going to walk in. And he got taken down, lost the ball, and Classical cleared it away. And Mary's takes it away. Miller looking for it. Left it. The shot. Diaz makes the save. And then they knock it home. Diaz made a great save, but he left the rebound. And he couldn't get back in time to make the save. Sitting all alone on the doorstep was Aiden Sullivan. Diaz made a very nice save on the first shot. He left the rebound, and unfortunately for him, the rebound went to his left, and sitting on the doorstep was Sullivan. He just slammed it home. And St. Mary's grabs a 1-0 lead here in the second half. Shot from almost midfield, went right on the net. Garino got two hands on it, came out almost to the 5-yard line and punched it away. And St. Mary's will wind up with a free kick. LeBrun will use that left foot again. Sullivan, the goalkeeper, is one of the 6 seniors that St. Mary's has. Freer with it. Body's going down. And again, there was a Classical player that went down. Freer was all over him, but they give the kick to St. Mary's. LeBrun with the kick. Skips past everybody. Freer got a foot on it. Freer went down. Classical went down. Classical player is still down. Now he's getting up. They'll give Classical the kick. I don't know if they just say it's your turn, now it's your turn, now it's your turn. I don't know how they come up with this because bodies are going down and giving the kicks to the other team. That time, both players went down. They drill that one. LeBrun gets a foot on it and knocks it away. Freya knocked it out. Ryan Dunn with the throw-in. Sullivan gets it to Freya. Miller got broken up. Maroney will track it down. Knocks it deep. Trying to center it. Freya is there. He tipped it by. Diaz, and then Diaz, he went to go get it. Diaz got a piece of Freya. Freya went down hard again. Miller couldn't get the shot off. It deflected across. Freya had it, tipped it by the goaltender. When he went to go get it, he got kind of hip checked by Diaz. The ball went out of play, and Diaz will kick it away. Freya was offside. He never got upfield. The ball got deflected back. I think he thought the ball was going upfield. He was still behind everybody when it got deflected, and he was looking to go with the ball, and they said, you're offside. Diaz will kick it away. And he boots it straight out of play. Little contact there. And could have called against either team. They called against Glasgow. Fred get in the middle of it again. And LeBrun once again will use his left foot. Pop straight up in the air. Be careful here. Glasgow player got leveled. Diaz will get to kick it away. Headed away. Going up in the air was Kale Jackson. He headed away and fell flat on his back after he got the head on it. Dunn will put it in play. All the way back to LeBrun. He just boots it upfield. Miller and Freya both looking for it. Dunn takes it away. Okay. First to St. Mary's, they clear it out, kick it out of play. Nice little shift again, and then Cornell gets a piece and knocks it away. And he called it off Glasgow. And LeBrun gets to use that left foot again. He's done a nice job back there playing center field on defense. Once again, Dunn will put it in play. We'll wait for substitutions for both teams. Lynn English won the girls' consolation round. This is the boys' version. St. Mary's leading 1-0 on a goal by Aiden Sullivan. Pass broken up. Cornell breaks it up. St. Mary's breaks it up, but they knock it out. Glasgow will get the throw in right in front of the St. Mary's bench. And contact. Boys are getting knocked down, no call. That was just a virtual touch. LeBron will get another free kick. Glasgow blocked it. I guess they block it with their hand or their arm because LeBron's going to get to do it again. This time they're going to try and block it. Everybody goes downfield. Straight up in the air. Takes a very big hop. Both Glasgow and St. Mary's missed the header. And it's going to go out of play. Glasgow will get the throw in. Dunn throws it in. And Dunn tips it out. He was trying to throw it out in front of the net, and he wound up hitting it back over his shoulder and out of play. St. Mary's will make a substitution again. Glasgow heads it, but they head it back in the direction of their own net. Glasgow just can't get anything going offensively. They knock it deep. Glasgow just saved it, but they gave it up to St. Mary's by saving it. Glasgow gets it back. They throw it to the net. LeBron heads it away. St. Mary's clears it away. They knock it deep. Freer trying to get there. Dunn gets there first and knocks it out of play. Garcia with the long pass. Freer just couldn't get there. Dunn got there first. Out in front, went off a Glasgow body, deflected to the net. Didn't have any steam on it. Diaz was able to pick it off and throw it upfield. But Glasgow almost deflected it into their own net. Freer looking to throw it in front. They called him offside anyway. Diaz just made a great save on Miller. Miller wound up loose with the ball, drilled it. Diaz made the save. It wouldn't have counted because they called Miller offside. But what a great save by Diaz. Alimi kicks it away, and he boots it very deep. LeBron, very deep, has to kick it way up in the seats. Let's go with the throw in down deep. Dunn will do the honors. Ryan Dunn, he's a junior. Trying to throw it in front. St. Mary's is there to kick it away. That's Maroney. Tip toward the net and cleared away. LeBron got a foot on it. Deflected away. Dunn tried to keep it in. St. Mary's, they couldn't get control. They tried to reaching, trying to get the foot on the ball. Now they throw it behind Dunn. Gertie, who's been playing center field for Classical, tried to make that pass and he threw it behind. And now St. Mary's fouls up the throw in. One thing I've learned, I'm not certainly not adept on the rules of soccer. The ball has to be thrown directly over your head. If it's not from over your head, then it's a foul and you turn it back. Now, that's one rule I've learned. I don't know what difference it possibly could make. Whether you throw it over your head or behind your back or sideways, or if you're just throwing it in. Ooh, it skipped right back by Classical. They almost gave that away. Now they did give it away. Freya's shot. Diaz has to make the save. They got a little lax there. They had it, and they virtually gave it away. They finally got the ball back to Ryan Freya. He got a shot on net. Almost gave St. Mary's a little bit of breathing room. They're a little lax going back and playing that. After a few heads, Classical looking to get possession. Shot goes wide left. That's all Classical's been able to do is get shots from almost a different time zone, long range. Carino hasn't really been challenged. Everybody trying to get possession, everybody getting their head on it. Haskell finally gets it. They get it to Dunn. And they tip it ahead. There's Cornell again. He's playing well. Knocking it out. And Cornell again. Nice little shift. Nice little pass by Sarmento. St. Mary's took it away. They call Classical offside. Yeah, we got a trip. St. Mary's knocked it ahead. They were just going to go get it. Look, it might have gone out of play because they pushed it maybe too far, but we'll never know because they tripped the player going to it and they called it. St. Mary's will get a free kick. Just outside the 20-yard line, a little bit of an angle from the far side. And here's LeBron again. Diaz plays it on a hop, and he just picked it. Ryan Freya actually ducked under him. He was right in his lap, looking for a rebound. Diaz grabbed it and kicked it away. They lost it out of bounds. They tried to get it to Sarmiento. They threw it behind him, and then he was trying to move it upfield, and he finally lost it off his foot and went out of play. Ten trying to break it up, knocks it out of play. Eric Solis put it in play. Solis, his shot got blocked. Haskell looking for a break. And in that getting together, a little action, it bounced up and hit St. Mary's in the hand or the arm. Haskell will get a free kick. Halimi will take it. Wow, they put collision was inside St. Mary's territory. They put the ball outside, back in the Classical end. They didn't give him a break with that. Long kick. They couldn't save it. It went out of play. Halimi put his foot into that one. He drilled that a long way. And LeBron will kick it away again. Bodies go down. It was Garcia running into Dunn and taking him down and knocking it out. Dunn with the throw-in. Payas went down. Dunn will throw it in again. Cornell knocks it out. So they progressively move downfield with the throw-ins. Headed toward the net. They let it go through to Garino. And he'll boot it away. The Classical player leveled. They finally see him and blow the whistle. And Ms. Gagnon trying to end as she comes out to see him. He pops up like I was just taking a rest. He's going to go to the sideline. They replace him. That's Halimi. But he just got up and was walking out on his own. And we're back to soccer. And I get worried every time they go down because, again, it looks like they're shot with a gun as they go flat. But then very quickly they get up and walk out and they say, thank God they're not hurt. Nice job by Gertie to get there first and break that play up. St. Mary's takes it away. Gertie breaks it up again. And St. Mary's player goes down. St. Mary's player is sitting on the ground, and they're going to give Classical the free kick. So again, I just don't understand the rules and what they're doing. Classical trying to get some offense going. They trail 1-0. The goal by Sullivan here in the second half is the difference in the game. We mentioned Classical trying to make it 2 in a row. They lost the city series, but then they won a GBL game on Thursday night. This being Saturday morning. They booted it through. When they went to go get it, they squashed the Classical player and took him down. Classical will get a free kick. They wish they had Halimi back in the game with his foot. It would be Gertie taking the kick. Just inside the 40-yard line. And now Halimi was about to come back. And the official said, no, he can't come. He was going to come and take the kick. And that went right by everybody. Looked like St. Mary's got a piece of it, maybe just slightly with the crease of the hair or the head. And it slipped by to the right side. Classical will get a corner kick coming from the near side. Both teams are looking to make substitutions. Out in front, Cornell heads it away. Miller carries it away. Getting it to the near side. Hustling and keeping it in was Hamill. And now we're going to get a little check. We talked about before, Weber, a little body check a couple of times. That time he did it again, and the official caught him, and they gave him a yellow card. He has to go to the sideline. He should be playing for Coach Driscoll's football team. The clock is the enemy now for Lynn Classical. As we're approaching 10 minutes left, they're trailing 1-0. They fight to keep it alive. Sliding and knocking it out. St. Mary's with a nice job. I think that might have been Jackson. Classical with the throw in down deep. Trying to get around so I can maybe slide it out in front. It rolls off the foot of Classical to the side of the net, out of play. They tip it ahead. And well, I wonder if they were going to call them offside, because they were way offside, but they waited a while before they blew the whistle. Dunn will track it down. Knocking it deep. LeBron gets there and knocks it out. They were trying to lead Pace. LeBron knocks it away. Oh, extracurricular activity there in this supposedly non-contact sport. Dunn hustles, Keeps it in. Now it goes off his foot, out of play. They try to get it to Dunn. They pushed a little too far. He was trying to keep it in play and pushed it out of play. Skips past Freya. They lost it. Scooping it up was Gomez. Winds up in the hands of Diaz. He boots it high and deep. LeBron heads it away. Halimi was trying to head it upfield. He knocked it out of play. Cornell with the throw-in. Skips past. And we got a trip coming up. We got a yellow card against Classical again as they took Freya down. Gomez helps Freya up. They were both going for the ball. Inadvertently, they got tied up and he took Freya down with a trip. I thought the official pulled out a yellow card. And he did. He is going. I thought he was staying on the field. He's going off. So that's back-to-back yellow cards. One for St. Mary's, one for Classical. Freya will take the kick. He was a big part of St. Mary's repeating as state baseball champions. He was a center fielder for a while. They moved him to first base, and he did a great job at first base. Was a big part of them winning, making it 2 in a row. That was a great accomplishment for the coaches, Derek Dana and Timmy Fowler. They played together at St. Mary's and won back-to-back state championships. And they coached together. And now they've won back-to-back state championships. Looked like Hammer was offside when he made that throw. Finally got knocked loose and went out of play. Again, the clock, the enemy. We're coming up on 5 minutes left. And it goes out off Hamill. Miller knocks it back. Classical knocks it out. I was looking upfield because Cornell was feeling the ball up here at the 40-yard line. They put a ball in play on the other end. Cornell was going to get the ball and put it in play. And they already put the ball in play down the end. We had 2 balls on the field. Corner kick for the Spartans. They haven't had many. I think this is like the second one. Gertie heads it away. Gertie heads it away again. Cornell breaks it up. St. Mary's. 1 goal is enough if they can keep it in the Classical end. Because we're down to 4 minutes and counting. And that hit somebody on the hand. And it was Classical. St. Mary's will get the free kick. They were both together. Side by side. It hit Classical in the hand. I think this is Hamill taking the kick. They booted to that. Great save again. They got it to the net. Diaz was going over to his left. It got deflected. It was either Miller or Jackson who got that redirected kick, and Diaz made a great save. That was going wide past the net. And again, either Miller or Garcia got a piece of it and knocked it back to the net. Diaz had to make a great save to keep it a 1-0 game. But time running out on the Rams. They can't really generate any offense at all. Certainly no consistent offense. LeBron will kick it away. Tip back. Laskell trying to drive it back in the St. Mary's end. Laskell trying to get there. St. Mary's gets there first and knocks it out. Final 2 minutes and counting. St. Mary's knocks it into the St. Mary's bench area. Laskell has to get a little giddy up in their step. They need a goal. They knock it back deep. It skips past, looking for a break. Garino made the save. Laskell had a chance. Big save by Garino. That long pass, it bounced by everybody. And Emir Payas was there. And he knocked it to the net. Garino made a great save. Best chance of the day for Laskell comes in the final 2 minutes. Cornell knocks it away and knocks it out. Laskell going quickly. Trying to center it, they chip it out of play. That would have been a huge, obviously a huge goal. LeBron will get to kick it away. Kicks it high and wide and out of play. Laskell has to hurry. Time winding down. That was a huge play. The long pass or the long kick. There was Payas sitting right on the doorstep. Got a shot at it. Garino, the young sophomore, made a great save. LeBron kicks it away. Gerdia kicked it upfield, trying to get it to Rivas Lazo. And now St. Mary's has it where they want it. Deep in the Laskell end with time winding down. Gerdia kicks it out of play. And we got a knockdown. They took the St. Mary's player down. Are they going to give him a penalty kick? I think they are. Looks like Ryan Freer is going to get a penalty kick. This is almost incidental because St. Mary's is leading 1-0. And Ryan Freer obviously would like to get the goal, but there's very little time left. And just very nonchalantly, Ryan Freer fake going left and kicked it inside the far post and makes it 2-0. Both goals coming in the second half. St. Mary's is going to get their first win of the season, going 1-1. Glasgow will drop to 1-2. And they'll put the ball in play at midfield. And almost as they put the ball in play, they'll probably blow the whistle because there's very little time left. Gertie knocks it deep. They let it go all the way through to Garino. He'll kick it away. There can't be a lot of time left. St. Mary's just content to kick it deep. Diaz will come out of the net and play it. Boots it upfield. Glasgow had a big opportunity on a free kick. It went by everybody to the near post side. Shot. Carino got a piece of that one and knocked it out. And that was Sarmento. That came close. But that, with the score 1-0, that came in. And Payas was sitting right on the doorstep, chipped it to the net. Carino made a great save. And Carino just made a pretty good save there on Sarmento. That looked like it was going to go inside the far post. And a header again by Payas. Carino makes the diving save, and they blow the whistle, and that'll do it. So Sullivan got the goal that counted. There was a shot from the far side. Diaz made a great save, and when he made the save, he deflected it over to his left. Sullivan was sitting right on the doorstep, and Sullivan banged it home for the goal that was really all St. Mary's needed. And then with very little time left, Ryan Freer got taken down. He got a penalty kick, and he knocked it home to make it 2-0. Payas had a couple of chances ahead. He had a great chance when it was 1-0. Carino made a big-time save, and then Sarmento had a chance at the end. Carino tipped it wide of the far post, and that was it. Glasgow really couldn't generate much offense the entire game. St. Mary's didn't really do it either. That one goal by Sullivan came in the second half. So St. Mary's will go to 1-1. Glasgow will drop to 1-2 as the consolation rounds are in the books, with Lynn English knocking off Lynn Tech, and now St. Mary's shutting out Glasgow by a score of 2-0 on goals by Aidan Sullivan and Ryan Freer. So 2-0. St. Mary's over Glasgow. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm John Hoffman saying we'll see you next time.